What up, y'all? We're here, episode 77. And welcome back, Kofi, finally out of jail, man.
Mhm.
Hey
I,
man, got media obligations, so that's done. So
He's back.
we're back at it.
word, word.
Mhm.
So, wait, before we get to anything, how was your week? Your week went good?
Kobe, you
Yeah,
started.
I mean, I'm not much of it. I just go to the gym, and that's kind of it, really, for me. So
Nice.
yeah.
Same to you, Zaza?
Uh, this was actually an interesting week. I give shout out to it was Deb Capitalist from Marshall. It was her retirement party. And cool people. We went to the house, found out it was Artie Lang's sister's house. Like she follows the PGN. I was like, what is going on? I'm Artie Lang's sister is following the show. And she's like, I'm gonna tell. I'm just like, yo, this has been a great couple of weeks. This has been a great couple of weeks.
Dope,
I'm
dope.
not,
Mhm.
I'm not gonna lie. Artie Lang, MTV legend. So like that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's crazy. But besides that, yeah, pretty
that's
pretty
fire.
solid week.
Yeah, my actually funny thing is talking about the podcast. I was at my friend's 40th yesterday, and one of my friends there, he said that he was at work and his friend's a Knicks fan at the job, his coworker, and he was showing him what I was saying about Tibbs before they fired him. He said, "Look, yo, this guy's saying." He said, yo, my boy, look, he's saying that they should fire Tibbs, and then he's like, "Nah, they ain't gonna fire Tibbs. He took us to the Eastern Conference Championship, blah blah." And he's like, "Yo, he got fired." He played a video for him, like, "Yo, my boy was saying it all year, yo, I told you." And then he was laughing. So yeah, we making some noise, I guess.
Yeah,
We're putting those clips out,
Mhm.
and I appreciate Kofi for, keeping up with that, putting it on TikTok, putting it
yep.
on Instagram and stuff, and Twitter, and helping us get traction.
Takes
So
dedication.
Mhm.
yeah, we're and doing this shit every weekend. We've been on top of it for the most part. I think we
Hmm.
probably missed like what, 2 shows, maybe two,
Yeah,
two,
probably.
three.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, but yeah. So we got our mediator back.
I'll try.
Let's get into these topics.
All right, Let's start with the NBA Finals. It's tied 2-2. Game four is on Friday. The Thunder, they were down, in the fourth quarter, but they were able to come back and win the game and tie the series at two games apiece. It's been an interesting NBA Finals. Obviously, there's a lot of talk about the ratings and whether SGA or Halliburton superstars and all that. But it's been a very, very intriguing finals, and we'll see. Now it's a best of three, and we'll see what happens. So far, it's been a good series. So we'll start with you, Scumbag. What do you think of the series so far?
I was one of the haters going into this finals. Like, I ain't trying to see this shit. Pacers and Thunder, blah 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 blah. But this has actually been a very good series. It's been actually exciting to see. I'm gonna say that this is like, for all the shit that we've talked going into this finals, saying it's gonna be boring. This is actually what the NBA is all about: team basketball.
Hmm.
They don't really
Hmm.
have no really mega stars on each side, even though SGA won the MVP this year. But he's not held in like, the LeBron, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards kind of realm. Halliburton was told he was underrated, voted underrated by a not unanimous player poll. You know what I'm saying? And this is actually coming down to team basketball and good coaching.
Hmm.
You
Yep.
know what I mean? And two teams that are small market teams on top of that.
Hmm.
So this is what the NBA is about, and they're giving us an exciting series. It's crazy that, to me, I was not a Pacers believer, and going into the finals, I wasn't a Pacers believer. I'm just like, the Thunder are better, blah 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 blah, and it's like, it's crazy to watch the Pacers shoot at this high level, bro. They're shooting what,
Yep.
57, 58% from three
Hmm.
throughout the whole
Hmm.
playoffs. Them and the Thunder are actually the highest scoring teams throughout the playoffs. So I mean, it's just crazy. And the Pacers defense out of nowhere is like ridiculous. Nemhard is like a fucking lockdown guard now. What the fuck going on here? It's just crazy to see. And I think last week Zaza had it right. It's almost like the Giants run when they beat the undefeated Patriots. It's like, Where did this Eli Manning come from? What Eli Manning all year, he's up and down, he's throwing interceptions, he's looking like shit, he's bumbling and fumbling. All of a sudden, he gets to the playoffs, he's fucking John Elway times Joe Montana, and he's just looking crazy out there. So I think the Pacers are just on that run right now. Like Halliburton, he hasn't been totaling a lot of points, but fourth quarter he's stepping up. Even this fourth quarter, the last game, when the Thunder came back, Halliburton was going the lane. He was making layups in the end of the fourth quarter. So it's crazy to see this run right now. But it's 2-2. It's been a great series, and we'll see where it goes. I still got the Thunder. I had a Thunder in 5, but it's looking like it's probably gonna go 7. That's what it's looking like.
Yeah, I had him in. I think I had him in 5 too. So yeah, it's probably gonna go 7, but we'll see. I mean, if Pacers win Game 5, I think that's gonna be tough for. I'm only paying for OKC to win, but so that's what makes Game 5 a critical game. So, Saints out. What's your thoughts?
As the only person who picked the Pacers in this the whole PGN group, I just wanted to say I love this series. I love this series.
Yeah.
This is real basketball. I know this is not going to get the casuals involved and stuff like that, but I'm seeing what makes OKC great, and I'm seeing why the Pacers have been great during this playoff run. They're tenacious. They never give up, even when they're down. I do think they lost Game 4, which I think could come back to hurt them. We'll see on Game 5. I think they should have won Game 4. The thing they got away from was giving Siakam the ball. I hope they figure that out Game 5. But to see the Pacers play with the team that has been the undisputed best team in the league, I think we got to give the Pacers credit. And I did say, I was like, it's going to come down to coaching. And outside of game maybe 4, I think Rick Carlisle's been the best coach in this series. I think he's outcoached the Thunder coach. I don't know who he is.
Well,
don't tell me who he is. I don't want to know his name. I don't want to know his name.
What's his name? I never could pronounce his last name. What's his last name?
Mark Dagnall.
What the fuck? Mark D. I just call him Mark D. That's it, man. What the fuck is that?
Bro, I'm telling you. I'm like, he's like that. He's like, if you ever play NBA, that's all I see. But he did a good job Game 4. He got
he did because he had
SG.
He got SG on the pick and roll, and so instead of Nemhard defending him, he got Neesmith, and then he just took apart Neesmith.
He got fouled out.
Yeah, so that was a good coaching adjustment. You gotta give me credit for that.
And he went back to the original starting lineup, which I said from the Game 1. I'm like, I don't know about this lineup. So he went back to the starting lineup. I guess he saw faults in it. So let's see if that's a good thing. But they went down by 19 with that lineup. I don't know. The Pacers got pacered in Game 4. They got to come back, put up on them.
Yeah,
it was shades of Game 3 against the Knicks.
Yeah.
So I want to see how they come up. Halliburton, I like him. He was aggressive in Game 4. But the fourth quarter, he kind of tapered off a little bit. I need you to be aggressive. I need Siakam. Siakam can't have one shot. He cannot have one shot in the fourth quarter. That's ridiculous. I get defense there, but he has to get more than one shot. This has been listen, if you're a basketball fan, you love this style of play. No superstars, no big 3. It is team basketball. It is, I think, 8 players versus 8 players, and we got it. Like, this is what it should be. People, this NBA Finals has been great. I know the ratings won't show it, but for us here who like sports, this has been great. This has been great basketball.
Yeah. And I would say, just to go on Game 4, I think this was the first time I've seen Carlisle make like a coaching mistake. There was a run there in the third quarter where Obi Toppin went bananas. And Obi Toppin hit 2 threes in a row. He got a fucking dunk. He got a block. He got a rebound. He went crazy for a little part there. And I felt like at the fourth quarter, Miles Turner was off the whole game. He was short on every 3 he took. And it's like, usually Carlisle has been good at that this playoff run. He plays the hot hand. And he kind of, the whole fourth quarter, he didn't even play Obi Toppin at all. And I was like, bro, you kind of should have, threw him in there a couple minutes at the end of the fourth quarter, because he was bringing that energy. And he was playing hot. So I think he should have did that, but he pulled the Tibbs on himself. He's like, fuck it, I'm
Mm-hmm.
gonna roll the starting lineup, and I'm gonna roll the starting lineup, and we'll see. I get it because remember game one, I was like, what's crazy? Miles Turner is actually the mismatch in
Yes.
this playoff series. Um, so I think that he's trying to run off that being the mismatch because once you put him in the pick and roll, he got Chet on him. He's too big for Chet. You know, Chet is
Yeah.
looking soft. And I'm gonna say this. I know this is not a Knicks topic, but I'm gonna fucking say this. Now I hate Tibbs even more. All right, because listen to this. The Thunder don't look dominant, bro. The Thunder don't look as dominant
No.
as we thought they were. We had a fucking chance. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? If this guy just would have played the fucking bench,
Yeah.
bro. Because our starting lineup against the Thunder starting lineup, come on, bro. We got Towns, we got Bridges, we got OJ Anunoby, we got Brunson, we got a good starting lineup. We had a chance, bro. This fucking asshole. All right, this is ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. I'm just pissed. This was it, man. This is why he got fired. This was it. James Dolan and Leon Rose at home right now, like, bro. So really, really, we had a chance, bro. We had a fucking chance, and whatever, man. What are you gonna do? And why was it next year? Whatever.
Yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Listen, it's okay. He can't hurt you guys anymore. He cannot
No,
hurt you guys
it's not
anymore. He's
okay.
gone.
All right,
He's
it's
gone.
not okay.
he,
Don't say
he,
it's okay.
he can't hurt you guys anymore. He can't hurt you guys anymore. But nah, we'll
Bro.
see.
Yeah,
We'll
then the
see
big
how
key for
this
Game Five
goes.
is how do the Pacers come out in the first quarter? Because we've seen games where if the
Yeah.
Thunder come out and they are up like 10, 15 points, the game's over. So I think the key Game 5 is can the Pacers hold on in that early stretch in the first quarter when the Thunder are going to come out blazing? So if they
They
keep it close,
gotta.
they have a shot in Game 5. So
Yeah.
I think that's a
They
big key.
really have to. They have to ride that pause. They have to ride the wave on that first quarter because they're gonna come out there. They're gonna make all their shots. Lou Dort's gonna hit 2 threes in the corner and stuff like that. You got to settle down,
Yeah.
play. You just gotta play because OKC fans and they ugly ass blue shirts. I hate them shits. I hate the color is terrible. All right, but they got it. We got it.
I think that's true. I just think that both teams have proved to be resilient, and it's like
Mm-hmm.
no lead is safe. The Pacers
Yep.
could come out hot. The Pacers could be up by 19, and vice versa. And both teams have to know they got to play 48 minutes,
Yep.
like literally, because I'm watching game four. I'm like, yo, the Pacers about to go up 3-1 right now. This is crazy. They were raining threes on them. They were out hustling
Mm-hmm.
them. The crowd was going bananas. They were up by 19. Over top and get a dunk. The crowd's fucking jumping out
Mm-hmm.
the fucking seats. It was insane. And I'm like, wow, this is really about to be done. And it's crazy because the Thunder shot horrible from three.
Yep.
They just
Only made
chipped
two
away with
threes.
twos, chipped
Yep.
away, chipped away, chipped away. And SGA was great in the fourth quarter. He hit like 4 or 5 shots in a row.
Mm-hmm.
And it's both teams got to realize that it's got that neither team's gonna quit, and that's just gonna be what the players gonna be. I mean, hey, I'm excited to see it. I want to see a game seven. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah,
Game
that's gonna
seven
be
for this.
that's gonna be.
I'm here.
It's not gonna be at a Denver Game 7 against the OKC. That's gonna be a tight game if it goes to Game 7.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but all right, we're good. We're good
All
on
right.
that.
Move on to
All
the
right,
next
the
topic.
next topic is it came in late because it just happened. So this trade, I'm on ESPN.com right now. The Memphis Grizzlies are trading Desmond Bane to the Orlando Magic for KCP, Cole Anthony, and 4 unprotected first-round picks and a first-round pick swap. Sources told ESPN on Sunday. So obviously, it's a big trade. So you things are. Do you think this trade makes the Orlando Magic a possible Eastern Conference contender?
No. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like Desmond Bane. He's great. He's a great shooter. He's great defense. But I still think the Magic need another piece, and they're kind of young. But if you giving all that for Desmond Bane, what is Trey Young about to get? Like I saw your tweet. If Trey Young's on the market and Desmond Bane could get that, please.
Well, we have to understand there was a big
But
trade last year involving one of our guys' favorite team. They gave a 5 first-round picks for a certain player. So
Yeah, that was crazy. But I just,
yeah, but it's still crazy. It doesn't matter. It's still crazy at the end of the day.
they got 5 picks
But
and 2 players and 2 good
dog,
players. I like Cole Anthony.
dog. I get teams are kind of desperate right now because everyone's in that kind of I want to win window. But dog,
Yeah,
y'all be giving up a lot for some of these players. And these players aren't. I don't even know if Desmond Bane's an all star. I think he's a system player. He's a good player, but I don't know, man. I get everyone's a little too desperate for me right now. Everyone's NBA all NBA teams seem like they're all in win now mode and let's make a splash. Let's make this. Nah, dog, you ain't got to trade all your pieces like that. Sometimes let shit simmer. Let shit wait out, and then you can go from there. But
well,
hey, man, if
I
that's
think
what
the
you think
problem
makes
is
you good,
the new CBA with the second Abram. So now teams are like, oh, we only
uh,
have 2 years, and then if we have to pay another
yeah,
player a big contract, we have to pay that player. We have to give him up, or give up a couple other players. So I think that's what you're seeing with the second Abram. It's really forcing teams to make decisions a lot faster than they want to. So
I guess, but all that for Desmond Bain, it better be worth it. You better make it deep in the Eastern Conference. You better at least make second round or close to making Eastern Conference final. Because if not, this trade ain't worth it. That's all I gotta say on that one.
yeah. I think Desmond Bain, he's a good player. I think that sometimes he may have been a little handcuffed in Memphis. Playing
Mm-hmm.
with John Morant and stuff, where John Morant's not really a passer like that. But is Banchero really a passer? I mean, I don't know what system they really have over there, and they play really slow, you
Yeah.
know. And that was like a big deal that people were cooking them when they faced the Celtics. They're like, yo, the Celtics are just too fast,
Yep.
and they have a thing where they don't have a point guard, and they have Banchero playing point guard, and he just moves slow. So I don't know what kind of system they're gonna create. Are they gonna bring in some kind of new system or a new coach where the pace is faster? Because I feel like Desmond Bain is better off in a more faster offense. But I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a lot. I think Cole Anthony was a good player for them. Colwell Pope is a good defender, 3-and-D guy.
Yep.
Then you get 5 picks. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Grizzlies got off on this. I don't know. I don't know even know what the Grizzlies are doing, to be honest, because they traded away
I
Desmond
think
Bain
it's
now. You got Cole Anthony, I guess you got Pope, but John Moran just a loose cannon to me. They fired Taylor
Yeah.
Jenkins, very good for them. The new coach comes in, they don't even make the
Mm-hmm.
playoffs. So I don't even know what they're doing over there right now. You know what I mean? It's like it's another instance where like I said, how the Nuggets have Jokic running their team, where they had to get rid of Mike Malone and bring in a puppet now, so that Jokic kind of
Yep.
coach a little bit. Like, but I feel like Jokic has those smarts and maturity to do that. Why would you fire Taylor Jenkins to kind of give John Morant more power? And as soon as Taylor Jenkins leaves, he starts throwing grenades in the crowd. He's pulling out
Mm-hmm.
different guns now, and it's like, and then now Desmond Bain leaves. And I'm starting to calculate this. Like, wait a minute. So John Morant doesn't fuck with Taylor Jenkins. You fire him. John Morant is kind of looking at Desmond Bain like, he's trying to take my shine. Let's get rid of him. Like, what are y'all doing over there? Y'all really listen to John Morant over there? This dude throwing grenades in the crowd? Like, you have this man running your franchise?
my take's actually
You
differently.
listen, he's a
Yeah,
superstar.
I think the question is John Morant even going to stay there? I think this is a sign that they may blow it up.
yeah,
That this might be it for this group in Memphis.
yeah. That could be it
Look,
too. That could be it too. They just say, no, what,
talking
fuck
about
it. But
grenades, and now they're gonna blow it up.
the thing is, to me, is if you trade Morant, it's like to where, you know what I mean? And it's like for what?
Uh,
It's because he has
yeah.
he has a lot of baggage, but at the same time, he's a great player. So, like, let's say you're a
And he
contender.
can't stay
Yeah.
healthy. That's another issue. He's had some injury problems too. So
Yeah, he has some injury
He's
problems.
been hurt a
So,
lot.
you're gonna if you got 4, 5 picks for fucking Desmond Bain, bruh. What are you getting? 10 picks for fucking what was that? What was that Rudy Gobert
Trey,
trade where they
go
got like
Bear.
fucking ten
Oh my
picks?
God, they got four. Oh Jesus.
They got like fucking 20 picks. Like, so what kind of trade? And then as a contender, do you want to trade for John Morant? You know, he comes to your team, he blows your team up. He just he's gonna ruin that locker room. So I don't know. I don't know, man.
I'm
It's
trying to
gonna
think
be a
what
tough
team
decision.
would even want John Moran, and I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
he's too much of a headache. He's too much of a headache. I don't know what you. Ah, boy, this is it's kind of tough.
he would have to go to a organization where like a high profile organization, like maybe like a Warriors team where
Hmm.
the coach is solidified. The coach don't play that shit. Steph Curry's the leader. He needs because that calmed down Jimmy Butler a lot. You know what I mean? Going to that kind
Yeah.
of franchise. I think John Morant would need that kind. Like look at now Luca. Luca was known for smoking and drinking and not hitting the gym. He goes to the Lakers. It's a whole different
Mhm.
culture. LeBron's there also.
mhm.
JJ Redick is a tough coach.
Yep.
They're telling him, bruh,
Yep. You see him
you
in the
guys
gym. Yep.
start hitting the gym. You know what I mean? So John Morant might need that, but I don't know what organization would do it. Um, I don't know. It'd be tough. He might be stuck there. We'll see.
So I
Oof.
guess I guess my final point on this is I guess for the Magic, their thoughts are, hey, we see that Boston, they don't have Tatum, they're not gonna have Tatum for the whole entire year.
That's what it is. Yeah.
They're looking at the Cavs. They may trade Garland or Allen, so they may be a different team next year. Obviously, the Knicks,
Hmm.
they're still the Knicks, but obviously new coach. Who knows how that's gonna play out?
Yep.
So they're probably looking at, hey, this is an opportunity for us
Yep.
to, get a top 3 seed in the East and possibly, make a run. So I think that's what they're thinking. And obviously for Memphis, their thinking is, you know what? We tried with this group. The best we could do is the top 2 seed, and we lost the Lakers in the first round. So, and since then, there's a lot of injuries, and, they just haven't been able to make it far. So they're probably looking at, you know what? Let's reset this thing and see what happens. So I guess that's the best way I'll summarize this trade. Anybody with any closing thoughts on the subject?
Nah, I'm good.
Nah. Listen, it just better work out. That's all I know. It just better work out for you. That's it.
All right, moving on. We're gonna talk some WWE. We actually watched this event last week at uh St. Zod's place.
Yep.
Our Truth or Ron Killings, whatever you want to call
We
him.
call him Ron Killings on
Triumphant.
this show. We call him Ron Killings. We don't call him our truth.
Hey, well, the reports say that they're still going to call him our Truth, so who knows? Well, but whatever you want to call him, he made his triumphant return after a release. He's back in WWE. He interfered in the tag team match between John Cena and Logan Paul against Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes and who else was in that match? I'm trying to remember. Cody Rhodes and
Logan
Jay
Paul,
Uso.
Logan
Jay
Paul, and
Uso.
Jay
Jay
Uso.
Uso. Jay Uso, yeah, that's right. So yeah, he interfered in that match. As a result, the Rhodes and Uso team got the win. So R-Truth is back, and on Monday he did something even more shocking. He cut off his locks. So now he has a new look. I know Yankee likes that because it does not like the long hair. So what are you guys' thoughts on the return of Ron Killings to the WWE?
Go ahead, Zaza.
You want to go first, Scum? First of
All right,
all,
go first.
I love
Yeah,
Ron
you go
Killings.
first. Go ahead. Hold up. Go ahead.
I love Ron Killings. I love what they're doing right now. He called it out. This is how I know they be listening because he was like, "Y'all think I'm a joke? I think I'm all this. I'm not doing that no more." And when he said, "I'm the whole truth," nothing. I was just like, "Yes." I remind me of 2011 Ron Killings run where he should have won the belt. He should have beat Cena, but
Mm.
I'm gonna let that go. I love what they're doing with him. First of all, he was already bald in, so he should have gotten rid of the dreads a long time ago. He was bald, and I was like, "Bro, those struggle braids right now." But I'm not here to disrespect him. I want to see where he's going. He said he's the
So
leader.
yeah, they were.
I'm
They
following,
were.
bro. I'm following. I'm following. That's all I'm gonna do. So I love it. He got a match against Cena this Friday on SmackDown. I will be tuned in and locked in. I want to see what Ron Killings has done. I'm not calling him R-Truth. I don't care what WWE says. He is Ron Killings to me.
Do Do you think that was a good name change though?
Yes, loved it.
I mean, it's his real name, so
Yeah. I like actually like R Truth better. I like that name better. But I think he did need a rebranding. Um, like he said even in his promo, like, oh, I'm always a funny guy and I
Mm-hmm.
did that like that, and I think that is true. He's always kind of like the sideshow, like
Mm-hmm.
always like the jokester, not someone that it's not someone that you could put under like a big promo run and
Yep.
kind of get like a belt or whatever. Even though he's put the work in to get that, you know. So I think maybe I don't know. See, I don't know if they got rid of him and then the backlash made them bring him back, or was this just a plan from the beginning to kind of rebrand him?
I think they underestimated how much he's beloved in that locker room. Because you
Yeah,
saw the tweets from all the different talent, they were like, "Yo, he's like the best. He's like the best person in the locker room. Everybody
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
loves him, all that stuff." So I
Yep.
think because there was a report saying that Nick Khan personally reached out to him that Friday to get a new contract done. So that tells you that they knew they messed up. So I think
yeah.
that's why.
Okay, then that's a good thing. Then
You
that's a good thing
better
that they
have you.
because you listen. Sometimes, yeah, some people may not be the biggest stars, but if they bring that kind of energy to the locker room and everybody likes them and they're good people, those
Yep.
people you kind of keep around. You know what I mean? Because a lot of times in this business, it's hard to find good people that are really willing to, you know, do it and do it for the sport and not for their own brand.
Yep. Yep.
So it's good they brought him back. Hopefully they cut the dreads now. The dreads were looking crazy. The struggle dreads were looking nuts.
Thank
But
you. Thank you.
he cut him off now, and hopefully now he goes on. I don't know what they have planned for him. I guess we'll see as it goes along. But um, I guess fuck it, Ron Kelly is his real name, so run with that. I like R Truth better, but we'll see how it goes. We'll see. I think he could be someone to go on some kind of run and win some belt. You know what I mean? Jay Uso just lost his belt to Gunther, which I didn't get that. I didn't get that loss at all.
Well, the rumor going around is Goldberg's gonna have his retirement match in July in Atlanta, so that's why he did it.
Goldberg
Yeah,
isn't a fight
Yeah.
a wrestle Gunther.
yeah.
Why would you have
Mm-hmm.
Goldberg wrestle Jay Uso though?
That's right. They don't like to do face versus face matches, so
Mm. All right, I
They want a
guess.
heel versus
I felt like you could have had him lose the belt. Uh, like it would have been better. Like what Michael was saying. Like, yo, why don't you just have like you could have really had R-Truth go on there, right? Do something to John Cena, and have
Mm-hmm.
Seth Rollins come out, and you could have did both. Have Seth Rollins pin Jay Uso after Logan Paul flipped on him. You know what I mean? To win the belt and have him lose it like that. I didn't like him losing it on Monday night like that. And I was like, what? Come on. I don't know. But we'll see. It was about R-Truth. We'll see how R-Truth goes. But like I said, we'll see.
yeah, I'm really interested to see how big of a push he gets. I don't know if he's going to get the big title. I doubt that, but hopefully, he gets a extended run as a top end name within WWE. So we'll see how that goes. Does that guys got anything else on this topic or no?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Let's go, Killings.
All right. So Netflix announced that they will be having a big fight in the boxing world coming in September. It'll be Canelo Alvarez against Bud Crawford. Bud Crawford. So Netflix, once again, they're showing you once again that they're big in the sports world. So they get a big fight like this. So what are your thoughts on them getting this fight?
I think
I
that
went first last time, Scum. You go.
yeah, I think that this is this the biggest fight we've seen. How long? I mean, I'm trying to think of a bigger fight than
Probably
this.
Mayweather Pacquiao, probably.
Mayweather Pacquiao probably. This is
Maybe.
the top two guys in the sport right
Jeez.
now.
Yeah.
We thought it wasn't gonna happen, but hey, these Arabics or whatever, the Saudis,
Saudis, yeah.
whatever, they came in here with the bag and they're making shit happen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
really think it came to a point where boxing got stagnant. Where it's because I saw Teofimo Lopez and a couple of guys go on um interviews and say, "Yo, I think my Tyson said it too. Like, yo, do you know like we don't really get paid what they tell us that we're getting paid? So if they say, yo, we're gonna pay you $20 million, right? Sometimes they'll give you 10 million, and then after the fight's over, they give you 1 million, and they're giving your money back in increments. And sometimes these fighters don't even get that money. They got to go to court to get it, or it's to the point where they just know they're not getting it. So they just, okay, give me 20 million. No, I know I only get 12, but fuck it, it's $12 million. You know what I mean? And I think this is the Saudis heard about this for years and said, you know what? If we come in there and we pay these fighters what is contracted, we'll take over the whole fucking sport. We'll fucking take over the whole sport, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what they're doing right now. They We've been wanting to see these kind of fights go on, and this has been happening for a while. They just put a fight in Times Square. I'm actually going to the Shakur
Yep.
Stevenson fight in the U.S. Open over there in Queens.
Oh,
I want to
nice.
go to that event. That's like they're making boxing exciting. And now look at
Yes.
this: you have Canelo and Crawford, the best two fighters right now, going down in September on Netflix. This is gonna be a big ass fight. This
Yep.
this is almost even to me. Like I don't even know who's gonna win this fight. I just wanna see it. Um, Me and my friend will have like a friendly $20 bet. I picked Crawford. But this fight is evenly matched. It go either way. They're both very skilled. They both hit hard. They're both smart fighters. Um,
Mm-hmm.
the only thing I would say is I don't know if we're gonna actually see a brawl. Like they'll actually throw hands. There's a possibility that the fight might be boring because a lot of times when good fighters like this fight, they're playing chess the whole time,
For chess. Yeah, they're trying to.
and
Mm-hmm.
and they don't want to get knocked out. You don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be the one to get knocked out, bro, in this mega fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So there's a chance we saw Pacquiao and fucking Mayweather be boring as fuck, which all Mayweather fights are boring, but we thought maybe they would throw hands more, and that didn't happen. You know what I mean? So it could be a chance it could be boring, but hopefully not. Hopefully it comes out like Tommy Hearns and Hagler.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. I was gonna say it's not gonna be like that, is it?
Hopefully it is. Yo,
Yeah.
first round they just came out
No.
like
Oh yeah,
No.
they just came out trying to kill each other.
yeah.
Those days are probably over in boxing, because now everybody's trying to care about their longevity. They worry about their record. They worry about their health. Back in the day, man, how many fighters have we seen grow up with speech impediments and memory loss? Because they really went in there, trying to kill each other, trying to, be the best that there is out there. Not so much same mentality now, but like I said, I'm still excited for it. And definitely want to see it. I'm actually happy it's going down because, like I said, I like boxing a lot, and I felt like this was missing for years. How are we getting these guys in the ring? You know what I mean? It's ridiculous already. Why is Shakur Stevenson not fighting Tank Davis? Why is Tank Davis not fighting fucking the kid who just lost to Ryan Garcia? What's his name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Javante Davis.
Not Javante. The
No,
kid
not
who just
Javante.
with
Uh,
his dad's a manager. Devin Haney.
oh yeah, that's yeah, yeah.
Yeah, why is Devin Haney not fighting Tank Davis? Like, why these fights aren't happening? And I feel like the Saudis are gonna start making this happen. Like recently, I just heard that uh Devin Haney signed a contract to box to Teofimo Lopez, and Teo's the one that backed out because he said that he's not in the right mental space right now. So it happened in his family that he's not in the right space, blah 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 blah, whatever. But that was a possibility of a fight we were gonna see, and those are two top guys in their division. You know what I mean? So we're starting to see these guys, because the bag's here, and the different ways of how they're boxing. Like, think about it. This what made boxing crazy back in the day when Don King came in and changed the whole game. Going, oh, we're gonna fight in the Philippines, and we're gonna call it Thriller Manila. Oh, we're gonna bring Muhammad Ali and George Foreman out to Africa, and we're gonna call it Rumble in the Jungle, and making boxing just exciting and different. And I feel like we're getting into that era now. Like I said, with the boxing being in Times Square, outdoors. Like I said, hopefully this fucking weather is good by July. It's fucking rainy every fucking day over here.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
ridiculous. But hopefully by July 12th, the weather's gonna be awesome, which it should be. And I'm excited to go to the U.S. Open arena, tennis arena, and see a boxing match out in the sun. You know what I mean? Like that's dope. So, but yeah, definitely excited for it, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I'm seeing. I'm curious to see how Crawford is because he's jumping up in weight.
Yeah.
It's Canelo, so I wonder how that's going to affect him and how Canelo can use his strength against that. So it's going to be really interesting to see that.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing too, is that Canelo's heavier than him, and I think Crawford was going up two sizes, two weight
I,
divisions.
I, I believe so. I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah, it's about like two weight divisions, and that's kind of heavy.
Hmm.
But and the some I have about it also too is that you saw when he jumped up one weight division, he had trouble with that guy who was like a no name.
Hmm.
Um, that guy gave him all he could, and he wasn't a bum. Not gonna say he was a bum because he's not. He's actually like a good fighter that Crawford box, but he's a no name. He's not Canelo. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So is Crawford gonna struggle facing someone who's more comfortable in that weight class? You know, could be. You know what I mean? I just think that Crawford's tough. And what I do like about Crawford is I feel like Crawford's the one that made this fight happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he won. He
'Cause,
won this. Yeah.
yeah, Canelo wasn't gonna drop the weight. Canelo was saying, "Come up to my weight," and Crawford's like, "You know what? I'm gonna take on the challenge because he's just been dominating, in his weight class, and he wants a new challenge." And he always talks about how he grew up with his mom always telling him that he wasn't good enough, and he got to get better. And he would knock someone out in one round, and she'd be like, "Yeah, okay, that was all right," And he's had that mentality his whole life, where it's like it's never good enough. So he's always going to try and push the sport forward, push his career forward, and I appreciate that because not a lot of boxers are willing to do that. You know what I mean? A lot of boxers now, you know it's the same shit where I just believe in sports, like the main guy face of that sport influences, you know later generations.
Hmm.
Like when LeBron's the face of the NBA and he's not doing the dunk contest, you see that trickle down to this generation now. They feel like, hey, LeBron didn't do it. Why do I got to do it? But when
Mhm.
Jordan set the precedent, who was the face of the league, was doing dunk contests, everyone participated. And I felt like Mayweather did that for boxing. Mayweather came in, he was undefeated. He picked and choose his fights. He waited till some guys were out of their prime to finally box them. He ended up being undefeated when he retired. So now all these new guys are trying to do the same thing. They want to pick and choose their fights. They don't want to fight the best of the best. They want to keep their undefeated record. And it's like, come on, bro. This is not what it's about. It's about seeing these mega
Yeah,
matches. It's about creating your
I'll be there.
legacy
Thank you.
as a boxer. And I'm happy that this is happening because this is proving that once again we might be getting back in that realm of actually boxers caring about boxing the best, about their legacy. Who gives a shit? Like me personally, I'll put Tyson or Ali or even Cesar Chavez or Roberto Duran or Sugar Ray Leonard. Like I'll put these guys as fighters over Mayweather, even though Mayweather is undefeated because these guys were warriors. Yeah, they
Yeah.
lost, but they didn't duck smoke. They didn't duck no smoke. You were the best, they fought you. You know what I mean? And it wasn't easy taking the L. Sugar Ray Leonard talk about losing to Roberto Duran the first time and how it fucked up his mental, and he had to get back in the gym and learn, and learn the love of it again. That's what boxing's about. When
Yep.
you watch the fucking movie Rocky, you're not watching it because he's winning. You're watching it because he's taking an L and then winning. You know what I mean? Whether he took an L in the ring to fucking to Mr. T, or he took an L where Apollo lost, or he took an
Mama.
L where Mickey lost, when Mickey died.
Mhm.
He took these L's, but then the end of the fight, he perseveres. That's
Mhm.
what boxing's about. So hopefully he's getting back to that because, like I said, I've been a big boxing fan my whole life, and I hope it gets back to that era.
Saints out. You got any thoughts? I know you stepped away, so.
Yeah, I'm still trying. I'm making money. School's about to close down, but so I need some extra cash. But I do like that Netflix is on it because I think they saw the money that Jake Paul and Tyson fought brought in, so they were probably like, "Hey, we made this money from this. Now we get this in, and you're gonna get the casuals and the boxing fans like Scumbag McGee to watch it. So I think this is a really good event. I want to see who's going to win. Like I agree with Scumbag McGee. You don't really know who's going to win this. I'm just here for the fight, bro. I want to see how they come out. The first round will tell me everything I need to know about this fight because I want to see how they come out. Are they going to come out aggressive? Are they going to play the chess match? They usually do that. That Mayweather Pacquiao fight, I remember the hype behind it. I remember everyone was going to bars, like, yeah, let's go watch it. And it was the slowest thing
Yeah.
I've seen. Well, Pacquiao was hurt. I remember Pacquiao was hurt. Then he hurt his shoulder or something like that. Kofi, he had
Yeah,
like a
yeah,
Yeah,
torn
something like
rotator
that.
cuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we didn't know about that till later. So when he was boxing, Mayweather's already slow, but then Pacquiao's hurt. Both fighters are healthy. I'm here for it.
yeah. Word. We'll see.
That's all.
We'll
That's all I
see.
really gotta say on it.
We'll see how it goes.
One more note, Netflix. I mean, this shows you why people fear them in the media world. Because they could do this, they don't have to pay pay-per-views. They could just put it on their
Mhm.
Netflix and that's it. They don't have to worry about, we have to charge for pay-per-view buys or paying the fighters. They're Netflix. They got all the money in the world. So this is
Yeah.
why they're feared in terms of the NFL and all. I mean, not the NFL, but like in terms of the other media companies about, hey, they can take stuff if they want it. They got the money, they got the resources, and they're not beholden to traditional media. They're not like a traditional media network, so they can do whatever they want essentially. So
Mhm.
Yeah. And they're a subscription based app. So if people are just buying $8
Yep.
to get into the app to watch that fight for that night, that's good for them because guess what? Sometimes people get into an app, they pay for it, and then they forget about their paying for it. You know what I'm saying? And then next thing you know,
Yep.
you're subscribed to fucking Netflix for the next 7 months, and Netflix is getting that money.
Mhm.
And also you can get someone to finally who've been on the fence of getting the app, and now they get the app to watch the fight, and now they're scrolling through, going, "Oh shit, damn, this show. Wait a minute, I like this movie. I like this show." Da-da-da. Next thing you know,
Mhm.
you got a customer now. So
Yep.
that's what they're trying to do. So smart.
Very
That's why
smart.
they're that's why they're Netflix.
I got any more thoughts on this topic?
No.
All right. You know what the next topic, our next segment is? It is Pepper Takes. Yanko, got any got a slogan or anything?
Fabric takes spicier topics. We about to hit it. Let's go. What's the first one?
All right. Well, unfortunately, this one's a sad one. Rest in peace to Ananda Lewis. She was known for her run as the host of MTV. I mean, not MTV's, BET's Team Summit. It was a show
Yeah.
where they talked about serious topics within the teen community, especially in the Black community. And then she moved on to MTV, where she was on TRL for so many years. So she was a trailblazer. There was a lot of comments about how she was an inspiration to a lot of people. People wanted to get into, like, Black women, they wanted to get into media because of her. So she paved the way. And unfortunately, she passed away of breast cancer. She decided not to go the traditional route. She went to a more holistic approach to her cancer treatment. And I'm not going to criticize her for that. That's her choice. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, the sad
Yeah.
end. So, Farrah Slimback, were you aware of her? Because you're older than us, so I would imagine her time when she was real big, that was your wheelhouse. So, do you have any?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. She was like a face, but she wasn't like super huge. But I believe Teen Summit was something that was played on Saturday morning. So it wasn't
Okay.
like it was prime time, kind of stuff. But Teen Summit was something that was new on BET. I think BET at the time was just getting the ball rolling on like Rap City and like the other shows. BET wasn't
Uh-huh.
from when I used to watch BET. They didn't really have anything. Teen Summit was one of their first shows that they had on there. I think they have like old footage of Teen Summit. They had like Tupac on there, and he was talking about stuff on there. One of the early shows when he was on Digital Underground. So the show was on before Nanda really got on there, but Nanda kind of got on there and she kind of made it like fresh and more young, and she became loved in the hip hop industry by a lot of people. And you saw even her passing. A lot of people came out and talked about how beautiful person she was, and you never heard anything about her. She was like real. That's why I don't think she ever became like a megastar because she was so low key.
Hmm.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like she became like a little star, and she was like a beautiful girl too.
Hmm.
And she could have been banging rappers left and right and going on high profile dates and all type of shit, and she didn't do really any of that. So she wasn't like a megastar, but she was definitely known. She made a lot of friends in the industry, and they all had nice things to say about her. So sad, sad. So R.I.P. to her, and you know, condolences to her family. I'm sure she has kids and stuff like that, and it's a tough thing, man. It's tough to when you get that kind of disease, and you got to make a decision of do you fight it, and people look at it like it's a gamble. You can fight it and live like shit because chemo takes it out of you, and the surgery takes a lot out of you, and you can still
Uh-huh.
pass away, and you actually live like shit for the last 2 years of your life. You know what I mean? Because you were going through all the fucking medicine and chemo and all that stuff. And sometimes people just take the L, like, you know what? I'm gonna pass away regardless, but I'm gonna live my last 2 years as healthy as I can. I'm gonna be able to walk. I'm gonna be able to travel. I'm gonna be able to do stuff. You know what I mean? Before I go, instead of just like laying on a hospital bed the last 2 years and not be able to do shit. So it's tough, tough, tough. But RIP.
Hey,
You
Kyle, you
know,
got any thoughts?
she was that was before our time, but I was looking up some clips of her. She walked out with Aaliyah back on like the MTV stage and stuff like that. So even though she wasn't big, you could tell that she heavily influenced a lot of rappers back in the day, like a Scumbag McGee was saying. So and for sheesh, I've seen people come out that I didn't even know because like Scumbag McGee, she was low key, but the people who were big loved her because she did so many shit behind the scenes. So I
Mm,
always respect when you have pioneers who do things that maybe you don't see, but the people that we do see come out and give her love all the time. And that's a tough loss. Cancer is it's a bad sickness. When people get it, people go their own route. Like you said, she went the holistic approach. Wasn't the best. Who knows? But chemo kind of sucks. You losing your hair, you can hurt. So listen, if you get sick, it's your choice on how you deal with it.
yeah,
Got no more to say about it.
yeah,
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, so just make sure to anybody, just to make sure if you're feeling something different about your body, just make sure to check it out as soon as possible. So we hear all the stories about people they say, oh, it's not that bad, and it turns out it's something serious. So
Go get checked.
just get checked.
Physicals, people, physicals. Get your physical. Get your blood work done. I know, especially us as black people, we hate going to the doctor. Go get checked. You never
yep,
know. You never
yep.
fucking know.
All right, moving on. Related event. The BET Awards was on this past Monday. Did any of you guys watch the BET Awards? I'll start with you, Saint Sa. Did you watch the BET Awards?
I haven't watched the BET Awards in years, bro. Like
Yeah,
I feel like it's such a show. It's a clown show at the end of the day. Like I get why they do it, but it's lost all its luster. Like I don't remember the last time I really watched one like where I've been drawn to one. Man, they got Kevin Hart doing it. I'm like, all right, cool. But
yeah.
Kevin Hart on stage is like the epitome of a company man. So I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna be that company shit. Then he had Drewski on there. Then he had Kai Cenat on there. And I get why they do it because they have a different type of fan base. But I'm just like, yo, this isn't what the BET Awards is supposed to be about. It's just all over the place. They're doing the Usher thing. I was just like, yo, bro. I saw the clip. I'm like, yo, guys, like, who's supposed to watch this? But then you realize that people who run BET are corny black people. Like, I'm sorry, it's corny black people running that shit. Like, at the end of the day, I'm gonna
I
call
don't
it
know if
spade a
it's corny
spade.
black people. I
Corny
think it
black.
might be other people
No,
Yeah,
I know they're there, but I'm
Viacom runs
saying
the
the black
BT.
people
who have a
yeah,
hand.
but the
I
black
know what
people
you mean, who have a
were
hand in it.
saying
Yeah.
yes. That's what I'm trying. I'm not blaming them. The white people. They're corny. We know that, but it's the black people who are like, oh no, that'd be a great idea. You're
Yeah.
you're even worse. You deserve to be kicked out because you're allowing that shit. And I was just like, yo, bro, I'm not watching this shit, bro. Like I haven't watched the BET Awards in years. I'll still go back and watch when Rick James said, to the lady back. I think that was it. That was the peak. That was peak BET Awards, bro. That was peak BET Awards. I don't care what anyone said. That was peak BET Awards.
Did they
Not
give
watching this shit.
did they one year they give Michael Jackson like a an award for like lifetime achievement? Did they? Did BT do that? I
I'm
think
trying to
BT did
remember.
that. 'Cause I think I saw a highlight one time where Michael Jackson was there up there with James Brown and stuff like
No, I
that.
think it was James Brown that was getting lifetime achievement.
Oh,
Michael
Um,
Jackson.
James Brown, and I meant, oh, okay,
oh,
so
James
Yeah,
they
Brown.
out for him.
yeah.
Okay, fire, yeah, yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't know. It looked like this year's was kind of lit. Like I saw a lot of highlights going around. You had Kai Cenat and Drewski kind of running around with Kevin Hart backstage, making
Mm-hmm.
jokes and stuff like that. Ken came off tour to show love to the BT Awards and get all those awards. So
Yeah.
I mean, I guess they're trying to make it more prominent now because I thought right now, like, because right now Kendrick's the hottest rapper in the game. So for him to come off
Yep.
tour and treat the BT Awards like it was like a Grammy, I think that was a good look. I think Kevin Hart, despite what you could say about Kevin Hart, and his movies, he's a huge star. So for him to
Mm-hmm.
actually host the BT Awards, and I think it was good to gotta get Kai Cenat and Drewski involved. The younger generation has to learn about, you know, everything BT's done for the community, everything the past artists have trailblazed for the black community when it comes to music. And sometimes that gap is not closed, and the young generation
Nope.
doesn't know about the history. You know what I mean? So it's good to involve them and have them come. And you even saw like Wale got mad at Kai Cenat for not knowing who he was. But this is the environment that you get to meet these people, and know who
Mm-hmm.
Wale is now, and know who this person is now. And you saw Kai Cenat finally meet SZA. You saw Kai Cenat finally meet Jamie Foxx, and he was so excited to meet Jamie Foxx. And now Jamie
Yep.
Foxx is gonna do a stream with him one day. So that's good. I think that's good because as I don't want to be the old man in the front lawn like back in my day we didn't stream, but this is it
I'll
now.
do it.
This is my son. They're not watching sitcoms that we were. There's no Full House and fucking
Nope.
Fresh Prince of Bel Air and Martin, and now the shows are these guys streaming for 2 hours straight.
Yep.
Getting Drake on there and getting Kendrick on there and getting SZA on there,
Mm-hmm.
and that's the show now. That people are
Yep.
just doing that, and I think it was good. I didn't watch it because I didn't know all this was gonna happen. If I knew all this was happening, I probably would have watched it. But I think it's good. I think it was a success for BT at least.
I think the issue for me it was on a Monday. I'm like, usually
Yeah.
BT Sports were on like a Sunday, So
Sunday. Yeah.
yeah, so You know, that was so maybe they need to fix that. Maybe do it later in June instead of like early in June when the NBA's finals are on. So maybe
Yeah,
that's what they should think about doing.
yeah.
Ridiculous.
But so the one thing I really liked was Jamie Foxx with his Lifetime Achievement Award. We know what he's been through
Yeah.
last few years. So, and he had a good line about what was it? Who was there with him?
Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder. Yeah, he made a joke about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Jamie's gonna always be Jamie, like just a funny ass dude.
mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
he don't look the same, man. He looked like he was slower. He went through a lot. You know what I
Life.
mean? People don't know
Yep.
that he had a huge health problem. He was in a hospital for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
People didn't even know he was gonna make it or not.
Yep.
Those rumors coming out. People who were
Yep.
close to him were giving out rumors that he wasn't gonna make it. But he made
Yep.
it, and I'm glad that he was in good spirits. I always like to see that. Like, people never kind of, if they go through a health scare, they still come out them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They're not reserved now. They're not, So it was good. It was good to see that, and it was good for Jamie Foxx to get that award because, bro, that guy's career has been crazy. From going from A Living Color to being a stand-up comedian to getting his own show that was pretty successful. I like the Jamie Foxx show, having his own sitcom,
Yep.
and his crown achievement being Ray Charles.
Ray.
That's
Mm-hmm.
crazy, bro. From a comedian doing stand-up to probably giving the best biopic performance of all time.
Yeah.
All time.
Like if it ain't one, it's two, or I don't know. But see, probably him and Denzel from Malcolm X to me. Those guys look like those guys. They acted like them guys. The movies were fucking great.
Yep.
Classic movies. So, yeah, congratulations to Jamie Foxx.
Any more on this topic, or can we move on?
Yeah, move on.
Okay, Tyler Herro was on a live stream, and he said that he does not believe any history that happened before 1950. Before you guys move on, I'll say my thoughts on this. It's just a microcosm of pretty much what's going on with our country right now. It's so basically, nobody wants to believe anything anymore. So if you say the sky's blue, somebody's like, no, it's not blue. It's actually gray. I'm like, but it's literally blue. No, it's not. No, it's gray. I'm like, and so that's the problem. Right? It's a microcosm of people just, if they have their own thought, they have their own thoughts, their own opinions, whether it's right or wrong. They're just gonna think what they're gonna think. So that's my thoughts on it. Come back to me. What are your thoughts on Tyler Herro's comments there?
I think, and I'm not gonna say it's a young generation thing. I think that we're getting into an era where there's just too much information, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too much information to the point that, how should I put this? Like, it's too much info, and then it's not. It's information, and then it's misinformation. Is what I'm trying to say. So, information in general is just a whole lot. So you're getting a lot of information and a lot of misinformation. So now you have people like who go on YouTube, right? They'll see this video and go, damn, this is true. Not knowing anything about the guy who made the video. What's his background? Did he read this? Did he do studies? Like, when we all went to college. When you went to college and you had to cite a source, you actually had to go into a college database, right? To look up articles that were written by scientists and fucking all types of people who actually went out there on their feet and studied the subject.
Yeah.
That's who we had to get our sources from to write a fucking paper. You know what I mean? And these guys have no credentials. They probably have no college education. All right.
Nope.
And they hop on YouTube, they say dumb shit. Someone like Tyler Herro watches this and goes, this is kind of true. And it's like, bruh, I've never seen so many motherfuckers who believe the earth is flat. Where did this come from? Where did this shit come from? It was always there when I was growing up, But now it's a lot. Yo, it's
Oh, let's come back for a minute there. I'll pick up what he's saying. Yeah, the Earth is flat and all that stuff. That used to be stuff that you would hear off the side somewhere. You wouldn't pay attention to it. But with social media now, hey, somebody says Earth flat, you'll get like maybe 10 people liking about. Oh yeah, I agree with that. I think the Earth is flat. And then you're just like, scientific research saying that the Earth is not flat. No, we don't. No, I'll worry about that. But that guy said he's right. So. Yeah, I get what Scumbag's saying about that. Saints, what are your thoughts on this topic?
I know Scumbag neither one say it's that generation, but I think it's both. There's too much information, and the other part, it is that generation. Because as someone who works with a bunch of teenagers, I can tell you they don't know history. They don't know history. They don't read. They get a lot of the information from TikTok and like 10-second videos. It's terrifying how much they don't know. Like I've had kids tell me, yo, I was like, yo, do you guys know who Rosa Parks is? Wasn't she a president? It's a jaw dropper. I mean, I'm like, guys, you need to read history so you don't repeat it. Remember, we used to hear that all the time. Yo, if you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. If you don't know history, you're bound to repeat it. No one reads, no one anything, because even when they do history papers, they use Chat GPT, so they're not like some back they're not going back and actually reading it. They're just having someone say it for them. They get their A. Why would I care? I got my A. I'm not gonna go read up back up on it. I'm not gonna actually go get invested in that type of stuff. And it's so bad that you had someone really go out there and say, I don't believe what happened. I'm just like, yo, he's a microcosm of that generation, of some of those kids who are growing up now, who are going to be leaders in this country, who don't believe anything. They don't know about World War II. They don't know about any of that type of stuff. Remember, you have people saying the Holocaust wasn't real. You have people saying this stuff isn't real. That's kind of scary, bro. Like as a person who's seen, it's terrifying to know. Like, yo, yeah, motherfuckers really about to be now.
Yeah.
Hey man, I tell you, I'm gonna get my moat. I'm gonna build water around it, and I'm gonna pick up my drawbridge, and I'm just living my moat for as soon as I turn 60. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna live in a moat. I'm gonna live in a moat, bro. I can't live out here, bro. There's too much shit going on.
And to go back to the flat Earth thing, right? The shit that's crazy, right? Because Bill Burr's talking about it. He's like, bro, like I fly a helicopter, right? And they have like the map, like the grid, and he's like on the front of the helicopter, and sometimes you can't see certain things because the curvature of the Earth. He's like, bro, it's literally like it's curves. Like, what are they saying? And there was even like a guy who died. Like, he made a rocket, right? This guy was like a genius, and he's like, the Earth is flat, the Earth is flat, the Earth is flat. He had a rocket, right? And the way he was gonna test it was somehow with the way the rocket shot up. If it like tailed off and it landed right, that meant the Earth was flat. If it nosedived, that means the Earth was curved. The shit nosedived, blew up, and he died in the rocket ship. He was in the rocket ship. He died. I'm like, hey, bro, man. Why? There was even, I saw a video of a guy, right? He's a scientist. He said Earth is flat, blah blah. So what he did was he set up like two like cardboard things and something in the middle with the light, and he drilled holes in it. And he's like, yeah, yo, he was so soup. Like you're gonna see the light is gonna go right through all three holes and prove the Earth is flat. When he did it, the light curved. He felt like a fucking idiot. He's like, oh, I guess oh wow, that's very peculiar. That's what he said. Instead of him going, damn, I might be wrong. He's like, man, maybe my calculations are off. I'm like, no, bitch, they aren't off. The Earth is flat. The Earth is round. The Earth is not flat. Stop trying to fucking stop it. Like, yo, I just literally just seen this guy talking about it. Wiz Khalifa. He was on a Joe Budden podcast talking about how the Earth is flat. He's like, oh, if you think about it, blah blah. He's trying to explain it. I'm like, dude, you are a fucking pothead rapper. You
You
don't
try.
know shit. How about you get in a fucking boat, bitch, and ride the waves, bro? Like, and see how the earth really is. Or get in a helicopter, like Bill Burr said, and look at the shit and look at it. Stop watching YouTube videos and how you gonna say, oh, but like, and then these guys are so young minded. See, 2025, right?
Mm-hmm.
1950 is 75 years away. That's a long time, but in
Yep.
reality, it's not really a long time. You're gonna say 75 years of history is so out of this world. There's no way that stuff happened. What? I understand if you say
Yep.
like dinosaurs. All right, maybe that was millions of years ago. But you're gonna say something 75 years ago didn't happen? We're not like, bro. We literally
Ah.
had video cameras in 1950.
Yeah.
We had
Yep.
cameras that recorded
Mm-hmm.
this shit. We had
Yep.
computers and data. Like the 1950s ain't the caveman era, bro. And we weren't just rocks and dinosaurs around. We had shit that actually recorded this
Oh,
shit go down.
it hurts.
Like, I don't know, bro. It,
My head hurts.
it's not a young thing. I think it's a misinformation thing, and it's older people, like you said. I've heard people in their 40s and 50s like, actually, Holocaust didn't happen, huh? These guys are
Ah,
50 years old, 40 years old. What do you? I don't know, bro. I don't know.
it's terrifying, bro. It's
Yeah, it is.
terrifying.
And we see what's going on with our current administration. That they pretty much they're trying to make sure that we're even more dumber and dumber for the next generation. So it's only gonna get worse. So
Yeah, yeah,
I think the best
Ah,
thing is you guys, as educators, you got to do what you can. That's
yeah,
the best thing I can tell you.
yeah. And,
it's
and for the
tough.
ones out
Kids
there
don't
who
want to
actually
read, bro.
read,
Kids don't.
and the ones that actually read and have common sense, please raise your kids right so that we're not
Please,
totally lost.
please, please.
But all right, I think that's it. That was the last topic, right?
No, happy Father's Day. So
No,
obviously,
Happy
come
Father's Day.
back. You're the father of the three here. So we said earlier to you, but once again, happy Father's Day. Got any plans in particular?
Appreciate it. Plans. It's Father's Day, bro. No this shit about Father's Day. But
That's why.
I just saw Plies. Plies just said on his Instagram account. He said that Father's Day is equals to Groundhog Day.
Yeah.
He's saying it's the
Nah.
same fucking importance. He said that he's actually at a weekend getaway this weekend, and he was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I got here like last minute. Are there rooms available here?" Like, he's like, "Yeah, all the rooms are available." And he's like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay." So he said, "Yo, I'm sitting here on this balcony eating my breakfast, and I'm thinking like, damn, none of y'all women like took your man on a getaway and like y'all
Nah.
like y'all didn't do
Oh,
shit. Like I'm over here.
women
You
are
see, all
terrible
the rooms
gift
are
givers.
open. The lady at the front desk didn't even know it was Father's Day. He was like, "Oh, it's a holiday weekend." She's like, "What holiday we're talking about?" He said, "Forget about it. Don't worry about it. Just give me my
Yeah.
key." Like
Yeah.
I didn't want to talk about it. Like it's crazy, but
Yo.
like they say, if and today we were supposed to have my boy was supposed to have a Father's Day like barbecue, but the weather is terrible. He was at a grill. He was at a grill. He was gonna have everything set up. Like his girl wasn't doing all that. His girl wasn't gonna grill. His girl wasn't gonna make
Yep.
food and set anything up. We were setting it up. Me and him, like, oh, let's get a barbecue. Blah
Yep.
blah. I'm like, it is what it is. I'm over it. I'll probably
No,
get like another pair of socks or something from somebody.
yo. Let me go. Let me go. I know we about to cut off, but I am an advocate for Father's Day. I advocate for this shit every year because I'm like, even in the school, it's the end of the year. Everyone's stuff's packed up. They'll put together some. They'll like, ask them to come back. Everyone's packed up at this point. So to make a Father's Day gift for the kids, they're wrangling together a lot of stuff that's like left out and shit. I'm like, so you guys do a whole week for Mother's Day, a whole week. Mother's Day pancakes, Mother's Day this, Mother's Day that.
Yeah.
But for Father's Day, it's like, yo, here's a pair of socks, yo, keep it moving. And then the worst part, y'all come out and say Happy Father's Day to single moms. This is not your day, single moms. I need y'all to understand it. Look at me. Draw in the camera. I want to tell y'all this. This is not your day. You're not a father. You listen. If you want to wish your single mom a happy Father's Day, do that shit 24 hours now. Let these 24 hours, these 24 hours in the day, be the fathers. I promise you, you gonna get your love, yo. Because I have these. Oh, I'm a single mom. I happy father. No. Hey, this is not your day. Not your day. Let the fathers have their day. They already don't get appreciated enough. Now you're gonna take a whole. Now you're gonna take half a day and go give it to moms. What about the single fathers? They don't get appreciated on on Mother's Day. You don't say that nonsense to them. Keep the same energy. Let the fathers have their day. I promise you, it will not hurt you to give these days to fathers. That's it. I ain't got nothing to say about that. I just feel like fathers don't get appreciated enough. And when we do it like this, it just shows we don't appreciate fathers. Shout out to my boy Ree. I know he's in the podcast. He's a father too. These are the people, Scumbag McGee. Yo, I see y'all fathers, y'all doing stuff for y'all kids. These motherfuckers have their day. God damn, mom. Single moms. This ain't about y'all.
Hey man, I'm used to it, man. My son's 14 years old. I've had 14 Father's Days, and I don't remember one of them. I don't remember one of them.
See
Like,
what I
damn,
no,
this
bro?
Father's Day,
No, you're not
this
doing that.
happened. I don't remember any of them.
Damn, damn.
They're just days, bro.
Pick the first
This,
one at least.
bro.
Not even the
I'm
first one, bro.
telling you,
Nothing,
bro.
nothing.
No, stop it. Single mom, this ain't for y'all. Give the fathers their day back. It's okay. Y'all not important today. I'm not wishing no single mom happy Father's Day. I'm not wishing that. I'm like, yo, that's it's cool. I'll probably give you something on the day after. These 24 hours are for fathers. That's it.
Yeah,
Jesus
but
Christ.
happy Father's Day to all the good fathers out there, not the
Yeah.
deadbeats.
Happy
And
Father's Day
enjoy
to
your day,
my
man.
dad, my pops. I know he watching.
Yeah, happy Father's Day to
Yeah,
y'all
man, you too.
fathers.
Yeah, that Father's Day to your parents as well. Yeah, our fathers as well.
Yeah,
See you
word.
for out to yeah, man.
Hmm.
All right, Kofi, sign us out,
We
man.
out.
All right, this has been an episode of PGN. You can follow us on PGN Pod on X as well as TikTok and IG. I imagine Yanque's little rant there on Father's Day. Hopefully that gets a lot of plays at some point.
What? I want a clip for that because that needs to be said.
That might
That
be a
needs to
commercial
be
clip for
said,
you.
bro. That needs to be said. Dang.
All right, for Scumbag McGee, for Saint Zah, this is K App saying so long, and we'll see you next week.